Well, hey Leo, how about a message from your friend, your metal dog here? I'm tardy on my fixed signs here. It's almost the end of the week. It's actually Friday, right? It's time for me to move on to mutable signs this weekend. And I don't really remember why, but we're going to go with it. So, we're asking from the Sagittarius full moon that we just had. It was a beautiful strawberry moon. We're going to ask, there's some idea that you have. There's some action that comes out of this idea. There's something hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know. And then we're going to ask what the future holds for you. Okay? So we're going to start with a card to set the tone. This is the Ten of Materials. This is in the 3D world. Security, abundance, career, earth, all these kinds of ideas. What's going on under the surface? This is you working with others. Again, very practical. Three of materials. You build something together. See, they're putting their minds together to create this vision to make it real in the world. All right, let's find out more about this, Leo. We're going to go with the Light Seers Tarot. Same artist. So, I'm going to pull 4 cards and we'll look at the bottom, we'll clarify, we'll see what's going on with you in your very 3D world. Or Earth. Earth's big in my mind right now. They're closing the forest here tomorrow because of the danger of fire. So I'm glad not to see wands. But it'd be hard not to see wands for Leos, right? Let's see. Okay. Here's your mind. You seem to have 2 ideas that are competing for domination in your mind. You are having trouble making a decision. You have the blindfold on. It means you're looking inward instead of outward. You're not accepting advice from the outside. But I'm actually getting the feeling that these 2 crows represent outside ideas that are actually kind of making it hard for you to know what you think. There's a lot of pressure from outside ideas here. Okay. The action. Scorpio got the same card here, not the same deck, but the Knight of Wands here. This is fire, fast, passionate, kind of impulsive action. It also looks like a lot of fun, and it's in your suit, Leo, of fire. What's hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know? Doesn't it look fun? Don't set the forest on fire. But definitely have a party. She's having a party in the 4 of Wands. I never have noticed that before. So she's the Knight of Wands, but you can see 4 wands around her. And in the tarot, the 4 of Wands is a very wonderful card about being in community where you can be authentic. It's a celebration. So that's the action that's coming out of this 2 of Swords mind dilemma is what it looks like. What's hidden from you is a soulmate connection, inner child work, nostalgia. So you or someone in your life are feeling nostalgia. This is in the Suit of Cups, which are your emotions. And the future holds balance, charitable giving, Six of Pentacles, very practical. All 4 suits are represented here in your reading. Swords, Wands, Cups, and Pentacles. And we have the overarching kind of practical Pentacles suit here. So, as with Scorpio, I really have no idea what the heck is going on yet, but bear with me. I will learn. Okay, so your overall energy is in the Pentacles again. Very practical. It's a limited worldview where you're holding on to 4 things when you could have 10. The 10 is here on the table. Working with others is here as well. The 3 of Pentacles, this is the next card, the 4. But so you can get in control when you have some positive, you've made 4, you might quit there. So the tarot says that there's some kind of holding on, maybe a need to let go here. And I kind of do see in this gesture a letting go of things. There's so many other things here. This maybe when you realize that there is a 6 of Cups here, it will cause you to lighten your grip on these pentacles. But let's clarify. Let's see. All right, we're going to clarify with the Star Seeker. Sorry, I'm a little quiet right now. It's hard for me to project my voice. For some reason, I just feel deeply internally. I feel blue, if I'm honest. I feel low. I don't think that's coming from you, Leo. I'm just feeling that way right now. And I just did the Scorpio reading and it kind of, yeah, I see why I'm feeling blue. Anyway, not your silly-hearted metal dog today, but don't worry. We'll get your story out here, Leo. Okay, so clarifying, 2 of Swords. I don't know, maybe this is the energy that we're in. I don't know. It's very heavy. 2 of Swords. What's this dilemma Leo is in? The Magician. Oh, the King of Swords. King of Swords. Grounded in the truth. Wise from using the truth. So it's your mind again. Swords are your mind. Work. 8 of Pentacles. Ideas of work. Of mastery, of craft. What's worth putting time into. And 7 of Pentacles. If you saw me kind of roll my eyes a minute ago, it's just like I'm seeing a lot of commonalities between you, Leo, and the Scorpio reading that I just did. So, yeah. So there's a commonality of this 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. I feel I'm seeing Earth, the Pentacles, the practical, the 3D very much in people's minds right now. And there's a lot of really hard work, putting in time to learn a skill, putting in time and heart. You've planted these seeds, you're watering them. Water would be your emotions, your heart. You're just, I think this is that fixed sign energy that we're looking at in these readings, which, we fix signs. We take the idea, the beginning of the season that the cardinal signs get us started in, and then we finish it. And then the mutable signs move us into the next project. Initiated by cardinal signs. So we're the finishers. And so the 7 of Pentacles seems like a very fixed sign energy. It feels heavy, though. It feels like there's been a long waiting that has taken all this patience. It's as if you've had this truth, right? Like you're sitting in the truth here. You have this idea. But it's taken a really long time for anything to happen. It's kind of bleak in your mind, right? The reason why you're not accepting outside input is because you have the truth. You're coming from that. You're laboring in it. And the feeling that I have, it really is that in some way maybe you're wrong, but definitely the action is here. And it's not heavy, dark, responsible. It's passionate, quick, without thinking. Here, this action is authentic to you for sure. So let's see. Knight of Wands, Leo. 6 of Swords. Changing your mind. Saw that with Scorpio too. The 4 of Cups. the ho-hum, been there, done that, but look at, there's a big new emotional beginning right behind me. Also notice the moon, the new moon. We're going to be having a new moon in Cancer here next. I don't know the date, so look that up. Give you a sense of when to take action. And I thought I saw the Magician. Here is the Magician, much more of an actor than, you can see how they're very similar, the King of Swords and the Magician. He has all the tools. He uses the truth with his heart. So there is definitely, both in the Magician and in the Three of Materials, there's taking a vision and bringing it into the real world. It looks maybe like this. It's very much about community. It's about growing things, about the earth being abundant. So Leo, if you have some kind of a vision, it feels like you think you know what the truth is. And it's not a very inspiring truth. It's kind of like small and dark. Like, remember, we just get all of this like hardworking energy back here. This kind, the color, it's a colorless world, a world without color. And the Four of Cups is that kind of thinking of like, this is all we can have. Because there's a change of mind, and we can see this pair walking towards this portal. We don't know where the portal takes us here. So we see movement in your mind from one way of seeing things to another, in which you then manifest. The Magician is the manifester. He has all the tools to make the world that he wants to see. And we see you doing all of this under fire, inspiration, passion, authenticity, this sort of exciting, fiery setting. But you can't take action until you change your mind. And you're closing out what other people think. You're completely closed to other people's ideas. So it doesn't seem to me that this process of changing your mind is going to come externally. It actually appears that it comes from looking, this is almost coming through like a hermit for me, like going inward. You hold the truth, the sword. Lots of kind of quiet, thoughtful labor. If you're having a feeling of other people's pressure from other people outside, thoughts and ideas, that would be what that means. But you are changing your mind. You need to, in my opinion, because this isn't nowhere to stay. It's a very limited worldview. You're not seeing the truth. This Ace of Cups behind you. So. Okay, well, let's see. There is a soulmate, inner child, nostalgia. There's something about the past here that the tarot wants you to consider this. The Sun, absolute happiness and authenticity. That's the energy that this is bringing in, coming from that. This would be one of your cards, Leo, the Sun, or one of your major arcana cards. Knight of Cups, the classy love offer. One more, hang on before I... And the Five of Cups, very different. See, it's so much like this. It's actually more painful. You can just see the sinking cups, the emptied cups, the feelings spilled on the ground. This is grief. This is blah. There's a Two of Cups right behind you. What the tarot wants you to know is that there is, in authenticity and in the offering of the cup that the Knight of Cups here does, right? This is such a beautiful scene of emotional well-being and grace. And then this is quite different. Grief, loss. And the Knight of Cups image here, she's swimming and a little fish tail is there. It's like she could be a mermaid, but I'm seeing it more as like a little friend comes and visits her. And in this young fishy friend, this kind of, I don't know, it's causing her to understand something, to get out of herself. She feels connection there. And it takes her. Yes. Yes. Okay. The change that's happening, Leo, and it seems very unusual for you, because I always think of Leos as being kind of extroverted and leaders. But you've been very involved in yourself somehow. Going inward into your thoughts. I mean, it's as the cards are spread out here on the table, I can see this very clearly. Everybody's kind of gloomy and deep in thought, alone, all alone. And it's like the Sun here with the Knight of Cups under the Six of Cups. It's like what's hidden from you, what you're not seeing, is this possibility of connection. Right? This is how you're acting. Like you're focusing all alone on this doom and gloom, and then boom, there's a connection right there. Two of Cups is a soulmate connection. Yeah, and it happens like this. It's like, read the sign. There's a little fish. Hi. And she's like, ah. She takes this message. She receives this message. And this is the happiest card in the tarot, the Sun. This not coming in totally like that for me. There is the feeling that I'm having is that recently we have this, the external world is feeling in danger, and we're kind of nostalgic for how it was before, and that this is making me think about like the forest closing here and the high threat of danger and the climate. It just feels so much like the outside world is extreme, and so there's what you're dwelling on, Leo, is how it used to be, what you've lost, how it's changed. And you're not wrong. It's just that that's no way to live. And if you just look around, there's a little silly messenger here. And, you know, we can be absolutely right and dark and sorrowful. But there's also the possibility of no matter what's happening in the world. And I noticed she's basically living in front of the apocalypse, forest fire is what we're worried about here. But this is happening, it's out of her control. In a way, what she's doing is she's just being herself in it. Yeah, well, let's keep looking, because here's the future. Six of Pentacles. A gift is being given and a gift is being received. And this is making me think about how we can be all doom and gloom and Five of Cups and Four of Cups and alone with our depression and the apocalyptic fears that we may be living in. But we can also look to the moment for the gift, right? Just like she's like seeing this fish tail and she's feeling connection. That's always there. So we can choose to receive the gift that is being given us in any moment, which kind of moves us out of this, that's it, feeling that's talked about in that card. So let's see. I definitely feel this doom and gloom here in your cards. I thought it was only me. I'm sorry if you're feeling this way, Leo. There's another Four of Pentacles, same card that I just showed you. she's actually acting in contentment and with grace. Like, I think this is someone who's proud of her Four of Pentacles. She worked very hard for them. And this one is like, great, yay, I've got four. It's different, but they're both kind of in the positive for me. So here is a Two of Wands. Here's the invitation to manifest, to envision the world that you want to live in. Remember, the Magician here tells us you have the power to do that. That is the action that you are called to take here. And finally, there's an Ace of Pentacles. Substantial, real world thing. Also a repetition from a Scorpio reading. That's why I'm like, okay. Something new is coming in. It's an Ace of Pentacles. It's in the big realm. It's like in the earth realm. It's in the realm of these readings are feeling big. You can read it in your personal life, absolutely, and I invite you to do so. You are also invited to see this, that because we all share the world together, we have a collective experience that we're going through. You and Scorpio have a lot in common with how you're feeling. It's different between you and Scorpio, how you're responding. There was so many swords in Scorpio's reading. Your reading is isolation and dark thoughts and emotions. Lots of cups here. 4 and 5 of Cups being on the table. The shift that you are invited to take, your action, is in the realm of visioning and manifesting something real that comes out of you shifting focus from lack and loss and danger, apocalyptic thinking, into really looking around for what is the gift here. It's like the joke about the optimistic kid and the pessimistic kid, and the parents were just so frustrated with how no matter what the pessimistic kid got, they figured the optimistic kid got something more, and so they filled the pessimist kid's room full of toys on Christmas Eve, and they filled the optimistic kid's room full of horse shit. And they got up on Christmas Day, and both the kids were in their rooms, and true to their nature, the pessimistic one was saying, well, shit, if I got all this, my sibling must have got so much more. And the optimist had a shovel and was digging merrily through the horse manure, saying, with all this shit, there's gotta be a horse in here somewhere. And so this reading is encouraging you to be the optimist, to see the gift to look for the gift in what is going on. It is always possible to find that. And when I look at these overarching cards here, I see two different orientations. This one is coming through to me as like in community, so coming out of isolation to celebrate this gift. This is what this is about. You can't do this alone. You want to do it with others. This is a 10 of Pentacles. This card is very much like the Magician in its meaning. The 3 of Pentacles is definitely about you with others, collaborating to make real what you envision. So there's an invitation here with the 2 of Wands to envision and to work with others to create this vision. But I also do see in these 3, they're coming in a little depressed, a little immobilized. They're like lying around watching TV, or not even getting out of bed. It's like they're hungover, right? With this, and there's a big hangover feeling here. It's coming into me in very strong. It felt so familiar. This is how I felt yesterday, that I thought it was me. But now I'm like, oh, this is Leo. So you have inertia, and for good reason. But there is a new beginning here. It is beautiful. It is real. It is of earth. And you're being called to it and to, yeah, okay, to take action with the truth. So look for the truth instead of your fear and your emotional experience, and then act decisively. This is your card, King of Wands. Be you, you with your cat on your shoulder. These are your underlying cards here. So you're being Sword and Wands. These are fast. This is the Knight of Wands, right? This is quick. Act quickly. Get out of the slow, pokey blah that you may be in. You've been in the grind, Leo. And you have inertia. And it's so heavy that it feels like I can hardly move my tongue in my mouth. So look for the gift. There is a beautiful gift here. It is in a little small gesture from the world in your life. It brings you into community with others who are also feeling inertia. It's sort of like the very daring thing, and it makes me a little bit emotional to think of this, of feeling hope in a hopeless moment. And that is what these cards tell you, with total respect for your sense of hopelessness, to have hope, and to act from it, and to build from it, and to do the gratitude shift. Look for the gift in the pile of shit. That is your message for me, my friend. I hope this helps. Let me know. Have a beautiful day.